EO Paul Scarron reminding you our walk-in clinic inside our family medicine building will treat your flu symptoms without an appointment. Find out more by clicking our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
For the latest in Central Illinois agricultural news, visit IllinoisFarmRadio.com. Get updated information on markets, weather, ag news, local interviews with NAFB farm broadcaster Jared White, and much, much more. All at IllinoisFarmRadio.com.
Whether you're getting a little older or just wanting to focus on your health a little more, you need the advantages of a primary care physician from Memorial Care. From detecting long-term illness to planning long-term wellness, our physicians are with you every step of the way. Make today the day you start thinking about tomorrow's health. Make an appointment and begin having regular checkups. Physicians in the Lincoln area are currently accepting new patients. Visit memorial.health for more information.
MR Systems Wireless is your local internet provider for Clinton and surrounding area. They have the products you want and the local service you deserve. MR Systems Wireless Internet service for home or business includes unlimited data, unlimited streaming, and unlimited calling. Plans start at just $48 a month and get a free Roku 4-lease with our media packages. Get the speed you need with MR Systems Wireless. Call them at 935-2100. That's 935-2100 for MR Systems Wireless.
The WHOW Morning Show is now video streamed live on the WHOW WEZC DeWittDailyNews.com Facebook page and on the new WHOW TV YouTube channel. Watch Morning Show host Seth Lawrence interview guests live, as well as watch archived video podcasts of any interview you missed. Whether on Facebook or YouTube, we're providing 2 more ways that Central Illinois' local news station, WHOW, delivers compelling content for you.
Imagine you're a basketball team that just won the title game, not by 1 bucket or 10, but by a score of 90-24. That would be a historic butt whooping. Just like the beatdown Corteva AgriScience nitrogen stabilizers are putting on competitors. Our Optonite technology and InServe and Instinct Next Gen locks nitrogen in your corn's root zone for up to 8 weeks versus only 2 weeks for others. See the difference our playbook makes at nutrientmaximizers.com.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Curt Homann is the Executive Director of the DeWitt County Development Council, our guest in studio this morning. Good morning, Curt.
Good morning, Seth.
Thanks for coming out and talking with us. And, man, I'll tell you what, the new year is flying right by, already into February, which means grant cycles are the first, at least, deadline for your grant cycles this year is upon us. Tell us about this.
It is. The grant application date is today. So I'll need to get those sometime today or overnight, even through email or dropped off at the Farm Bureau office.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
All right.
I'm picking up a couple too, so if you need me to swing by somewhere, I'm glad to do that. But we'll probably have anywhere from 12 to 16 applications that come in. The ones I've seen so far are fantastic. Mm-hmm. The quick reminder, I will go through. I received several over the weekend. I'm going to go through those. I'll send responses out to people so that they know that I received them. Mm-hmm. If you've not received a response from me and you've submitted it some time ago, please reach back out. Because it hasn't gotten to me. So went to the wrong email, whatever. But the applications look good. So for sure. One of the questions, I'll jump right into to follow up on this. One of the questions I always get is why do we do the grants? Why do you do the grants? And we want to spur economic activity for sure. Mm-hmm. We want to support the businesses in the county, and that's important. But the second part of that is with spurring economic activity, it really takes when people understand there is an organization out there, or there's some funding out there that have said, hey, I really want to start this business or try this business, or I've got this idea. It really presents an opportunity for them to develop that business idea a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And that's really what we're all about. Yeah, so we're excited about that.
So tell us about this grant cycle. Is there anything unique about it? What kind of money is up for grabs? How about some of the details on this grant cycle?
Yeah, so we're real fortunate this time with the county ARPA funds that were received. They set aside, of the 2 or 4 million or whatever amount they received, they set aside 30,000 to go to business grants.
Okay.
So we're going to be distributing that $30,000 this year. The first cycle we're gonna distribute approximately 15 plus. We don't have an exact number, but it should be at least 15,000.
Okay.
And then the other cool thing is the city of Clinton and the city of Farmer City have kicked in an additional 2,000 on top of that for businesses within those city limits for some extra grant money as well.
That's great.
So that's really spurred, it's particularly Farmer City side, that really spurred some activity over there.
That's great. Excellent stuff. You mentioned the why do this. What do you hope this accomplishes? What do you hope kind of comes of these grant cycles? And I should mention we're doing a record number of grants this year. So how about that?
Yeah, for sure. We are. And what do we hope it accomplishes? We hope obviously it accomplishes new business, new employment. It gives me an opportunity. People come in with ideas through their grant applications or otherwise, and maybe there's some additional ways that we can help. So they've applied for a small grant, but really there's a better program that might fit as well. So they may receive a small grant through our micro grant program, but we may identify another funding source for that business or another opportunity in which we can help that business actually get open and get going.
Sure.
Or do business better, whatever it is.
Is there, for folks out there that may wonder, they're hearing this for the first time, they hear today is the deadline, first of all, is there a specific way the application needs to be put together? I mean, is there a template? Is there, just fill out a bunch of line items? Or, what does that application process look like?
So it's actually pretty simple. The best way the best way just to find it is go to our website, the DCDC website. And from there, it's really some basic questions, and then we do ask for some basic financial data as well. And but no, it can be shared in any way that somebody wants to. I think we ask 5 or 6 questions. Mostly how is this money going to help your business? That's the primary one.
Sure.
Some of the financial data, we need to make sure that the business is viable. That's an important aspect as well. And really, it's selling the business and selling the idea is really what should be presented there.
Yeah.
And of course, we have the in-person presentation as well. So, and that'll come up later this month.
Yeah, definitely. So is it with every grant cycle this year, is it going to be apply, there'll be a presentation, and then they'll find out? Is that how that'll work?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why do that in-person piece? Why not just evaluate applications and distribute money?
Well, we think, we think that's an important aspect of it. For any business owner to be able to present their ideas and their needs to publicly or semi-publicly or privately or to somebody else.
Okay.
And so, we think that's an important issue, but it really gives us an opportunity to dive deeper into the how and why and needs. We actually had a grant situation last year where during the interview cycle, a different need was uncovered, and the committee decided that they really wanted to support that more primary, more important need than the one they actually applied for. And so ironically, it was a better fit than the actual request.
Sure.
So they ultimately did both.
Okay.
But they really needed to do step one, and the committee discovered that during the interview process.
Yeah, interesting stuff. Is it the same committee that evaluates each grant cycle?
So we rotate. I always like to have a couple people that have been on it before, and then put new people involved with that as well. So it gives different set of eyes and ears, and yet there's still a little bit of experience in there as well.
Sure.
So
Curt Homann is the executive director of the DeWitt County Development Council, our guest in studio. One more time, Curt, if you don't mind, just highlight this particular grant cycle. Today's the deadline, and all the details where folks can find. Today's
the deadline. Get that application to me by email or drop off at Farm Bureau office. If it comes at 2 a.m, that's fine. It's okay. But go to the Facebook page. That'll get you a link to our website where the application is, or go to our website, dcdc-illinois.net, I believe.
All right, very good. So now, if someone misses this particular grant cycle, are they out of luck? Can they apply for the next one? And when does the next one come up? How about those things?
Yeah, they're out of luck for this one, but they can certainly apply for the next one. Our anticipated date is sometime in July.
Okay.
So always, if you're interested in DCDC at all, including grants, make sure you like and follow us on Facebook, because that's where all that information ultimately ends up. And absolutely, there'll be more grants.
Sure. Maybe there's a business owner or potential business owner out there, Curt, that says, I'm not to the point I'm thinking about finances yet. I've just got an idea, but I want to grow that idea to see if there's something there. You're doing a boot camp coming up this year.
We're going to do a boot camp.
Yeah, talk about that with us.
So, and on that note, just to give you an idea, I had someone discover DCDC for the first time last week. The reason they did is because they have a business idea. They had a business plan. We reviewed that business plan. We went through some of the great things about that business plan. There's a couple things that need filled in, but ultimately, they showed up really needing just a little bit of guidance and a little bit of help. One of our programs might fit for them. I think it actually will. And so we took that idea and we're going to keep developing that into the future.
Cool.
So your original question, I failed him, but that jumped right out of me, and I know that fit a little bit into the question.
No, that's perfect.
Okay.
That was perfect. Yeah,
perfect.
Great. Talk more about boot camp, though. Do we have dates on that?
Yes. No, not yet. So we're probably looking at late summer for boot camp, and the design is still in the works on that. Yeah.
Sure. Very good. When you said July, probably the next grant cycle.
Yes.
Like, what you talking about a record year before we turned the calendar over in December? What does that look like for the DCDC? Like, in terms of how many cycles? Will they all just be through DCDC? Will there be other opportunities through other entities or businesses? What does that all look like?
So we'll have in terms of record grants, we'll have 2 grant cycles through DCDC program, and of course, that's in thanks to the county ARPA funds that came in. We always partner with First National Bank on the Rev Grant as well. And we anticipate doing that again. It's been a great addition to add the city of Clinton and the city of Farmer City to the grants. It really did bolster some of the applications that have come in, and we hope that maybe continues in the future as well. But in terms of business activity, it's the culmination of what we started 2-3 years ago. Is really now is where those things start to fall into place. So it's just planting seeds in business minds or people's minds about the possibility of starting or expanding their business in DeWitt County.
Yeah, well, and I know that you had, we talked about before we went to the new year last year, you talked about this being a really banner year for the economic development side of DeWitt County, and it sounds like you're still excited about it.
It is, and it's amazing, it's amazing what we've accomplished, really through our own labor and work and hard work. So we have not received funding from the county in the last few years. We've not received funding from the city of Farmer City. We've not received funding from the city of Clinton. And this board and I as a director have gone out and made it a personal agenda to make sure that economic activity in DeWitt County continues and grows. And we need that support. I'm not going to lie, we need that support to keep these programs going. We need that to support to expand programs. There are so many more things that DCDC could be doing, and without the support of those
entities,
municipalities, entities, it makes it very, very difficult.
Sure. Very good. Well, Curt, I look at the clock. Let's take a break here, my friend. Where do folks go to learn more about all things DCDC?
Please follow us on Facebook at DCDC, and of course, website is a great way to go, or reach out anytime, 935-5271.
Curt Homann, Executive Director of the DeWitt County Development Council, is my guest in studio today. More to come with him on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW. Farmer Amaranth. 4 counts of yield theft, resistance to groups 2, 4, 9.
You ain't got nothing on me, man.
We've been surveilling you. And now we've got Tough 5EC, a tank mix partner that'll make sure you and your gang of resistant weeds never see the daylight again.
Crack down on repeat offenders. Add Tough 5EC to your post-emergence tank mix. Learn more at toughnweeds.com. Always read and follow label directions. Tough is a registered trademark of Belsham Crop Protection.
In addition to great radio marketing, the Miller Media Group now offers a full suite of digital marketing solutions. Our affordable programs include custom web design and SEO to help you get found on Google. Seeking more inbound web and store traffic? Our Facebook, YouTube, and geo-targeted marketing programs are all designed to make your cash register ring. To get started, call your Miller Media account manager or go to mmgdigitalnow.com. Miller Media Digital, where digital becomes local.
Hey, this is Todd Gleason from Illinois Extension here with a time change for our daily market report on WHOW. You can now catch our daily review of the commodity markets at 5:06 on all of WHOW's many platforms. You'll still hear all of our commodity analysts and weather professionals each afternoon, but at a brand new time. And you'll still hear the weekly wrap-up of the commodity markets right here on WHOW when Commodity Week airs Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. Remember the time change for the daily closing market report on WHOW at our new time, 5:06 p.m. weekdays.
Find out how you and your family can save up to 40% on the meat, produce, and grocery items you use every day by clicking the Clinton Save-A-Lot icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Peterson Insurance Services in Clinton is a 2014 Pekin Insurance Illinois Agency of the Year. Jay Peterson here from Peterson Insurance. Find out about Pekin's auto, home, or life insurance by clicking on our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, a good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Curt Homann, Executive Director of the DeWitt County Development Council, is my guest in studio today. I should have asked this, Curt. Did we miss anything on the latest grant cycle, upcoming grants, anything like that in the last segments?
No, I think we covered it all. Just the deadline is today. So.
And again, where do they find information?
Facebook. Go to Facebook or our DCDC website.
Very good. Well, let's dive into, Curt. I know you're active when things come to Clinton. You want to know about it. When things come to DeWitt County, you want to know about it. And so what's kind of coming up here this spring? What do we know about?
Yeah, so, there's just some regular things. And we do these at a very, very high level, so we're not day-to-day planning on events that happen, but spring is right around the corner, thank goodness, and that means warm weather events. And DeWitt County is really a fantastic area for events. So DCDC and I personally have been involved with Illinois Rowing since they wanted to come here. We got that worked out for them, and I've stayed in contact and kind of helped with that. So that planning process is going on, and again, it's at a super high level. But that'll show up here in April, of course. In Farmer City, the Raceway. I'm involved at a very high level. In that regard as well. So making sure we're things are happening as smoothly as possible. Apple and pork, which I'm not involved in at all, but it's such a big factor for the county. That's fall, of course, but mostly what DCDC's role in these events is to make sure that the events go as smoothly as possible, and that there's some coordination of the events. So we want everybody that comes to DeWitt County to come back, right? More often. Yeah. So if they come to Apple and Pork, and the only other time they come to Apple and Pork is the following year, that's great, but we'd really like for them to come back multiple times throughout the year and eat here and shop here and maybe buy a home here.
Yeah, give them a reason to come back. Absolutely. Yeah.
So a lot of it is just kind of that higher level coordination of some of the bigger draws to the county.
Yeah, for sure.
The lake, obviously.
The lake's a big one. Definitely. That rowing competition is an interesting one, though, because it brings in so many, not just collegiate athletes and their, the support systems within those teams, but those families come up here, from what I understand. Correct?
They do. Yeah, they absolutely do. And from one perspective, it's kind of isolated out at the lake. So the trick or the goal is to try to get some of those folks away from the lake and into the communities to buy things. So, if rowing is not an amazing spectator sport, so there's a lot of downtime in there. So, if your child is rowing at one point, you may have 3 or 4 hours to the next rowing event. Why not get them into the town to do some things? Well, they have to know that those things are going on. So, DCDC, or I got involved last year, we had an issue with busing. So, I needed to coordinate with some schools, and we needed to work through an issue. And once it got worked through, it was fantastic, and it will be from here on out. So sometimes it's just, rowing has a contact, and I have other contacts, and we just know how to get things worked out so they happen smoothly.
Yeah, for sure. The raceway, probably one of the more, along with Clinton Lake, one of the more well-known draws to DeWitt County, and the raceway, another big year coming up, it sounds like.
Yeah, for sure. And again, I know they have 3 or 4 big races that take place every year, and those are big economic boost for the area, not just DeWitt County, but for the area,
Sure.
which is a good thing. So just try to get those people that are coming in for the raceway to spend a little money other than, just at the raceway, just at the gas station, try to expand those. And we're happy that they do both of those.
Yep, absolutely.
But again, if we can increase that, that's a little bit better.
Sure. Any other events coming up, Curt, to talk about here for this morning?
Well, I will throw out a plug. Both Farmer City and Clinton are doing business expos. I think the business chamber is for Clinton is March 28th. I'm sorry, March 2nd. And March 28th is the Farmer City annual dinner, it sounds like. So, I'm sorry, March 15th. Oh, excuse me.
I think
There's several notes I had there.
Yeah, no. So I think the Clinton Chamber
March
business Expo's March 28th.
March 28th. Annual dinner is March 2nd. Yes. Thank you for correcting me on that.
No
I
problem.
have so many dates and notes in there as well.
I have to be at both of those, so.
Very good.
So I just thought it'd be like, let's clarify for folks.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Fantastic. I think I'll be at both of them as well.
Awesome.
So.
And Farmer City, they have some stuff coming up this year?
Well, they have their annual dinner, which is actually March 15th.
Okay.
And then they're doing a business expo as well. And they've actually shared that whatever proceeds that they raise from that, which won't be a lot, but we appreciate the effort, will go to DCDC to support
nice.
our events. So
all right.
One other thing, it's interesting. We talk about events a little bit. I'm with, of course, the foundation director for Warner Hospital Foundation as well. And we actually, in case for all you Super Bowl fans and NFL fans, one of our golf outing participants a couple years that was supporting Warner Hospital, his son will actually be playing in the Super Bowl on Sunday for the 49ers.
Wait, who's that?
Well, Pepper is the last name. So
okay.
Cam and Donna are the parents. Cam was here at our golf outing.
Yeah.
And Tabor is the long snapper for the 49ers.
Oh, no kidding.
And so he'll be playing on Sunday. So if you don't have anyone to root for, if you're not a Kansas City Chiefs fan, root for Tabor because we've got a dad that's supporting our community as well.
That's awesome.
So we talk about these events, that are taking place. He's not a DeWitt County resident, but he's here supporting activities in the county and those types of things. So it's the guests that we bring in that we want them to support our community.
Never do that. That's cool.
Yep.
You learn something every day, don't you, Curt?
Yeah,
that's
indeed
awesome.
You do.
Very good. I've got about a minute left.
Oh
did I miss anything you want to put out there for us this morning?
Well, we have an awful lot we could be talking about, but I guess I want to go back to the business activity and really DCDC's role with that. There's a couple things that we do great. We do fantastic work with helping new businesses get going, giving some ideas, some thoughts, some direction, some guidance. One of the things that us and many other economic development areas struggle with a little bit is business retention and funding for business retention. That's something we need to have as a focus. We need to, when a business decides they're going to open up in DeWitt County, and that business struggles 10, 20 years down the road, sometimes we need to be able to step in there. So sometimes there's funds, almost always, our revolving loan, our grants, those are for current active businesses. The business that's really committed to be here sometimes needs struggle. There's a lot less programs for. So that's one of the things we need to work on for sure. But if anyone has any ideas on that, I want to hear them.
And how do they do that? How do they run those by you?
Get them to me. Call me, 935-5271.
Very good. Curt, good to talk to you as always, sir. Thanks for coming out. Curt Homann, Executive Director of the DeWitt County Development Council, is my guest in studio here for this morning. Network news on the way on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW.